2016 Ford Transit Extended 350 high roof. Video number 3, final video for the rerouting the wire harness cargo area. In video 1 and 2 I was showing this, the opening, how much to cut. What I did different and better, I use this tape. Well, I'll show you later what type of tape that I use there. It's a PVC piping tape. That's about $5-6 for a roll at Home Depot. So that tape came in handy. I used it almost on every little sharp corner or edge, even the very minute sharp edge. Just an extra precaution. You will find in here a little bit sharp areas, so to play safe, it's better to cover it with that tape. As you can see, I went with the wire here, try to get centered throughout. Still got the connectors here. I didn't care to hide the wires on this one for the LED light. Here's the connector. It's supposed to be a little hole here. I'll secure it later with a little bit of tape in here. For now, this will be fine. So again, I apply some of that protective tape, PVC tape, black rubber type of tape, in the areas that may touch. Try to suspend it in the middle. Try to keep this in the middle. I did spend some time doing that. I put a little bit of tape here, again, PVC tape in here, where it touches. Even where it touches real little is good to put it. There's never such thing as overkill on the PVC tape. Put it in all areas that has contact with the wire harness. So may get a good shot here on this one. So it's covered up pretty good. Yeah, there it is. So finished this up, went ahead and put that irrigation tubing, spliced it in the middle, put the RTV glue in there, zip tied it. Again, PVC tape here, and then regular electrical tape over it to wrap it. And I went a little extra on it. You never know, it could move a little bit. I doubt it. Just playing it safe. So again, center the whole area there, and then I continue down. Run the wire here, little connector here for the LED, right through there, and then get a better shot of that right there, and then so on and so on and so on. Here's the important part. On video 1 and 2, I did break it down how it was going to go down. Now that I've already went through it all, just some advice for you guys, make it much easier and quicker for you guys. I went with a number 9 step drill bit. I should have went with a number 10. The idea is to make this hole here about 1.5 inches. I went with a number 9, which is 1 1/8 tight opening. So 10 is the next step. No, actually, I'm sorry, not even 10. I think it jumps 2 sizes. Where is that? 11. 11 is the next size up. So there it is, number 11 in the back. You'll see it. It goes all the way to 12. So the idea is to make this hole bigger. Same with since it's double wall, so it's gonna be, you need to make a hole here bigger, and then the other hole here bigger. Once you make those holes bigger, I recommend you put that PVC tape. You will not find a grommet that will fit. I did mention on video 2 that I was going to use a grommet. 1 inch. 1 inch is not enough. A good 1.5 inches is good, and there's plenty of room for that. So if I had to do it all over again, I would go with a bigger hole and put that PVC tape around the edges. File it, of course, and then put the PVC tape over it, and then run my wires. Not a problem running my wires here, meeting up this half here, and then meeting up the other half on the other side out here too. So I met them up here. I'll see if I can send some. I took a lot of photos, so maybe I can have some photos at the end of this video. I gotta figure out how to do that. Everything went well. Each wire was matched up with all my markings. I put the RTV glue. I use that as a gasket, and I put blobs of it overnight, and I temporarily zip tied it. So I'm gonna give it 48 hours to dry, then I'm gonna cut this off, let it rest, and then put another blobs of RTV glue on the top side. I can care less how much glue I'm gonna use on this. just extreme extra precaution. The last thing I want is for these wires to cut, wiggle over time and just cause a short and become a major headache. So I'm really careful with that. You can see I went a little overkill on this here. I wrapped it here. Again, same process, PVC tape with electrical tape over it on that. You never know, it could bounce, so it could touch this. So that's why I have it zip tied. Not only that, I copied the factory on the other side. They have the same idea in the center of the wall for, you know, no contact. What else? Here it's gonna split. Don't know if I covered that on the video 2. So that was a surprise to me. There's a Y here, wires, meaning, you know, a Y. So that was more, a little extra more work, and these are it right here. So not too bad. I think there's like 6 wires compared to the other one, which I think had like, I don't know, 25. So yeah, a lot of wires, a good full 3 days, you know, about 8 hours each. So here's the end results. There's a little loop of wires in there, and then I use whatever tape I could use that would help me wrap it up real nice. And I use the old original tabs that you find them elsewhere when it comes to installing the panels. I reuse them, but I use them the opposite end, from the inside out. So yeah, try to use the original stuff from OEM. Same thing with these connectors, the little Christmas trees or tabs, whatever they call those, to hold the panel. So I use this, and I ran a zip tie at the very tip. You can run a zip tie and it'll hold it. A little loose, but at least it's up suspended again, and you want to suspend it, the wire harness. So it runs right about here. And then here, same thing. I wish I'd used the step drill bit to make this hole a little bigger, but not a big deal. Never had to make the hole bigger on this passenger side rear. The only holes I had to make that had to be really important and big were the ones on the driver's side. Double wall. Once you make those holes bigger, everything comes much more easier as far as running the wires, organizing it. I was struggling a lot with insulating the sharp edges, try to get that covered up. So I wrapped the wires twice. I use the RTV glue. I went overkill. Like I said, I don't want a pinch wire. I'm confident I will not have any issues in the future with the install the way how I done it. Again, the wire here is in the center, and then how do I get a shot of that in there? Oh, probably not. Yeah, it's the other hole. It's not that hole. So here's the wire for that one. It goes down in there. So this is video 3, the final. I'm very happy with it. Everything started right up, no issues. At night I started. I finished it late last night, and went around the block on it. No check engine light, no warning lights, no all the hazardous signals, high beams operating fine, fuel pump, reverse camera, AC, all that works fine. Took it around the block again today for lunch. So all good. I would recommend it for the DIY guy. You would want to practice a lot on your soldering, because every wire was soldered. Oh, one more thing before I forget, it's very important. I did splice here like I said I did, and it did happen. If I had to do it all over again, I might have considered cutting it here, because everything's here and it's simple. But the same thing I would have had to have done once I cut here, this part of the wire, I would have to still run it through the channels and figure it out how to get it through this hole and that hole. So I think it would have been the same thing. I don't think it would have been much different, unless you guys have some better ideas. But second idea that I had in mind was to cut it here and figure out the rest. It would have been much more easier, more comfortable and stuff like that. So that's something that if you guys want to jump onto that, I recommend it to cut there. So yeah, I would cut here. That's the second thing. First thing I would want to have done second time around if I do this again, and then make those holes bigger. Other than that, everything else is easy. So all done. Looking forward for some more projects. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some extra accessory lights, like hazard lights. So same location. The idea is to tap into the battery the shortest distance as possible, which is on the bottom of the driver's seat. And then maybe put the harness here in this location with the relays, and then run my wires right above the wire harness for my warning hazard lights. They're going to be some Whelen brand amber lights or clear and red strobe lights. I'm going to install these in the back window here. I'll probably weld some brackets here to make a nice clean install, and then another one down in here. So that's the next project. So right now that I have everything open, I'm going to run that wire. So good luck out there, guys. A lot of the stuff I bought at Home Depot. Oh, the tape, almost forgot. I'm going to show you some of the tools. So I use this flashlight, very handy, highly recommend it. I've used it on all my projects. This thing is awesome. It fits in places where you know, tight squeeze, and it's there for you, very bright. So these are the must-have items. I didn't think I'd use much of this, and I did use a lot of it. This was about $5-6 into the plumbing section, I believe, where the water heater is at in Home Depot. Again, I mentioned this, use this. Oh, this is another tool. I got this at Harbor Freight. This opens up and feeds the wire through. That helps a lot. There's a little claw. This is how it works, a little pinch. You get these for like $3 at Harbor Freight. And then of course this is a tool, the drill bit that I use, that helped. And then my heat shrink for the thing. Towards the end I was really tired. I didn't heat shrink much of anything. And also I didn't use much liquid tape towards the end. So what I did is I used a lot of electrical tape. I double wrapped it or even triple wrapped my electrical tape. So that I did recommend. Again, like I said, these little tabs things, you can use them. Again, they're the OEM. You can find some usage for them. So I took these out, saved them, set them aside. They come in handy. Other than that, oh yeah, and then the aluminum tape. That's good too. So if it's a very tight squeeze and it's hard to fit the PVC tape, use this one first before anything, and then add whatever layers after that will help you. So you can use this with electrical tape right after, or use this and then PVC. But this is pretty thick. Where'd I get? I might have got this at Home Depot also. It's a real thin aluminum. Get this at the water heater supply section of the Home Depot. I think that's it, guys. So looking forward to the next video, next project. I'm gonna put an elevator bed here. That's my IKEA queen size mattress. I'll be exploring with that sometime soon. Alright, this is Raul signing off. Hope I got that in the shot, and I'll be sending videos of everything that I do with this van as far as converting it into it's gonna be 3-in-1. It's gonna be a toy hauler. I'll be pulling my Jeep with this one. Jeep weighs about 5,200 pounds. And then I'm looking to make a custom trailer to make it fit correctly because it's already maxing out on the payload. And then I'll be doing the elevator bed here. It's going to fit up in here. And then I'll be clearing this pathway here to put my automobile detailing equipment on this side of the van. There's going to be a partition right behind the wheel well here. And then there'll be room enough here, hopefully 3 feet wide space, to fit a motorcycle, a small motorcycle, hopefully a big one. We'll see how things fit after. And then the elevator bed frame is going to go up. It's like a $1,600 kit. Very expensive. I'm going to try other ways to get some other ideas from YouTube videos. These frames, aluminum frames, something like that. The mattress weighs about 40 pounds, so that's not too bad. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make all this fit and make it happen, make it all functional. So also I'm gonna build a partition wall with a accordion door or a pocket door. And then I'm gonna show you a little bit of the van here. I picked this one up at Fort Worth, Texas. It's got double sliding doors. Most of the time the doors come here, and then this is the door that you pay extra for when you special order it. But this van, I bought it used. It supposedly had a hail damage, which I don't think it was. It was something else. I'm not sure in details. They didn't tell me the detailed stories behind it. But got a good price out of this vehicle.